review. Got a review for the Cobra Kai TV show, the YouTube series. Have not watched the whole thing yet, but we watched the first episode. So we're going to give you an episode 1 review. So Cobra Kai is the continuation of the Karate Kid story. A lot of people know from the 80s, little dude, Daniel LaRusso, got picked on and he wanted to learn karate, and he got taught by an old Japanese immigrant, and his main antagonist was a bully at school by the name of Johnny Lawrence, and he was in the Cobra Kai dojo, and he was a karate student that participated in karate tournaments, and they thought they'd settle all their differences in the, what's the name of their city? Hill Valley? Valley? Sun Valley? Something Valley.
Sun Valley or something like that.
Something Valley karate tournament. And everybody knows Daniel's son hit him with the kick, the
crane kick.
The crane kick, which is a kung fu move. Hit him with the crane kick and took the trophy that year. So this is kind of like a continuation of those guys. Where they at 35 years later? One of them deals.
Yeah.
and you know, they pick it up. Johnny is
a handyman.
Yeah. Johnny's a handyman, still living in the same city, driving the same car, got a shitty apartment.
Life has not gone well for Johnny Lawrence.
So yeah, this first episode is all about what's going on with Johnny, because the next episode is going to be about Daniel. Yeah. So this is all about what's going on with Johnny, man. He, like I said, he's I don't know if life stopped for him when he lost that karate tournament, but I mean, damn, he looked like he had something going for him when he was in high school, where he just. And you'll see that though. A lot of dudes, when they peak in high school,
that's it.
When they get older, they end up being losers and shit. So, like you said, he is a handyman. So, what did you think of that? What did you think of how they handled it?
The pity, like, dear.
But
God,
some of it
his
to
life
me
went wrong.
I know.
Like,
some of it to me was a little
extra.
Yeah, where it's like, dude, is he's having the worst day ever, or it's like everything just kept going wrong, man.
Because I was watching, I'm like, this is the perfect storm of bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, everything that could go wrong in his life that day went wrong.
Right, and this in one day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, the part that had me laughing so hard, dude, is when he went to buy him a slice of pizza, and the guy at the pizza joint just like picked it up with his hands and just holding it.
Yeah.
Right, he's just holding his pizza. He's like, "Hey, can I get a plate?" And he's looking on the floor for a plate. I'm looking like, "What the fuck?" That, I don't know. That just had me rolling, but that's kind of like what this whole first episode was, just a real shitty day where everything, he couldn't even order a fucking slice of pizza without getting bullshit.
Right.
But no, so this introduced a couple new characters too. We got his neighbor, which is I guess it's a single mom. It's kind of the same story. A single mom with a kid that just moved in, and I think they kind of play Johnny as some people that just don't want to admit the world is changing. And like, I forgot they called it, but I mean, he just like, yeah, good, another immigrant or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, like,
actually, like, actually, we're from Arizona or something like that.
What's that? Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think life just stopped for him in the '80s, dude.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like he was didn't get things that was like clearly been there, and you know, as the world changed, you might not like it, but you gotta accept it. And he seemed like he just like blocked himself out because he was like, "Hey, what's that? Get some Guns N' Roses." Dude was like, "What's that?" Dude, I mean, Guns N' Roses was a huge band in the '80s, But it's not uncommon for a millennial not to know who that is.
And they definitely ain't coming back. Axel took care of that.
Okay.
Anyways, but like, even like with his car,
yeah,
it's like
got the same car,
the exact same car he had back in the day. Like,
yeah. Which and this is kind of like where they show he got this bad life. So it makes things worse. He run into your boy Daniel.
The twist on that scene was so beautiful.
And I knew where it was going when he was like, "Oh man, you know what? Let me take care of this for you, man. No problem. I got you. And he's like, "No, I don't need it. I'm good." You know. He's like, "Man, shit, it's gonna cost more than your car worth, man." And I think he kind of gave him that look like, "I know you ain't got it."
Right. It's like, I mean, because I can charge you for this, but if we gonna charge you, we may as well not do it. Because
he said, "Oh yeah, the guys want to work on that old car anyway." I'm like, man, but you know what? I feel you because life kept going for Daniel. Life stopped for Johnny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of both of their point of views or whatever.
like, I feel like even from like Danny, and like, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I feel like he's looking at Johnny like, I played a part in this.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm saying some of it could have been like pity, where he was like, "Damn, you kind of like ain't shit now."
But yeah, man. But like, even then, like when Danny's daughter came in,
yeah,
she was one of the chicks that fucked up his ride.
right. And yeah, he was just having a real shitty day.
Yeah.
So your boy end up, well, you know, and they kind of show how Johnny, like, you know, his lifestyle, or far as his stepdad. I guess the way he had like a rich stepdad that married his mom, because I guess his mom was hot. And when he was telling him, he's like, I got stuck with you after your mom passed away. Like, I don't want shit to do with you. Your mom was so beautiful and tight. He was tripping.
Yeah.
He was tripping. But yeah, you kind of got to look at how Johnny ended up being the way he was, and you see how shitty his stepdad is. Like, okay, I can see why he was the way he was. And it's kind of cool where you kind of see kind of a redemption thing going on, because that's why I just make this story kind of on Johnny's side, because you kind of got to pick a side. And I'm like, I'm on Johnny's side because he trying to get his life back together. When he opened Cobra Kai, that's him trying to do something with his life.
Yeah.
And that's all he pretty much knew.
And it's like, it's the only thing he's got going for him.
Only thing he was good at.
Yeah. But like, also, one thing I really appreciated in this first episode was they took that last scene from Karate Kid and used, like, because the fact that they actually had like other like footage of that fight that they used for it.
Yeah.
And like, so they frame it from Johnny's perspective.
Right. And they montage some stuff from just from the old Karate Kid, when he was just, I guess he thinking back or whatever, which is kind of a nice little touch there. Yeah. And they actually put in some shit from Karate Kid too, when he got into it with the sensei, I forgot his name, when he was like, "I got second place."
Second place.
Yeah, like,
I'll show you what I took in second place. You still feel good?
Yeah,
you still feel good?
Like, what second place feel like? How does second place feel? This dude was tripping.
Sensei,
like, you sick, man?
Sensei, be cool, man.
He can't breathe. Shut the fuck up. Dude was tripping, dog.
Just so you know who the real bad guy is.
I know. But you know, and
what was his name? Like,
I don't
Hunter,
know. I'm not sure, but I'm sure he got some name like that.
Yeah. But yeah, man, so like they let you know, like, this, he's still like traumatized over those events.
I mean, yeah, that might be why he never advanced.
I mean, like, that's because that's what trauma does.
know?
Whenever you're traumatized during formative years, that it locks you in that phase of development. So
yeah, and what you see, he get back into karate and he open his dojo. I'm looking like, okay, I would like to see where this goes.
Yeah.
Now where this also come to play, Daniel ends up. Oh wait, maybe that's an episode too. Not sure, but I saw 2 episodes. I just remember Daniel ends up finding out that he opened the dojo, and then come back and come to the dojo and was like, "Hey, you picking on kids and whatnot?" You know, it's like a misunderstanding going on between them. Now I'm not sure how long they're gonna do this, but I think they're gonna keep a rivalry going.
And like I only saw like the episode preview for the second episode, and Daniel's daughter is dating the main kid's bully.
Yeah, the little.
So like this is just perfectly set up to go as wrong as possible.
Well, that's how he came back to confront Johnny, because he was like, "Hey, how'd you get that shiner?" You know, all that, and he's like, first he's like, "Yeah, I accidentally did this, da da." He was trying to lie. He's like, "No, you ain't gotta lie to me, son." You know, all that shit.
Yeah.
He's like, "All right, man, for real. This dude whooped my ass for no reason."
Yeah.
You know, of course he's
I
lying
was
and shit.
minding my own business.
He's like, I was just buying a sports drink, and this dude just jumped me. It's full of shit, dude. and then he's like, yeah, in the strip mall. He's like, where at? And then he's like, come back to him like, some things never change, man. You still beating up kids and shit, which is like, okay, this was a misunderstanding actually, because, he was actually protecting the kid,
Right.
So, stuff like that. I want to see where this goes. I wish I watched the whole thing, but I didn't get a chance to. So, but it's actually, it's a good show, and I'm recommending it for anybody to see it. And it goes, it's like a show that make you want to see the next episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to remember, it's a show, not a movie, and it was a good first episode. What do you have any?
Because like
thoughts on that?
the one thing I really loved about this, and what a lot of people have been saying about it, is like this is the best possible sequel to their story.
Yeah.
If you're going to pick this up, 30 some odd years after the fact.
Right. I always wonder, I was like, why Johnny wait 30 years to decide to get back into karate? Which is, I'm looking like, you still good at karate.
Guess he just had to hit rock bottom first.
I get that, but it's like, it's so much money to be made in just fight. You ain't got to be smart. You ain't got to be talented. If you can fight, it's money to be made in fighting. Yeah. You know what I mean? Especially with MMA taking off.
Like especially
I just can't see him not using that to make money.
Even in that fight scene at the strip mall, it's like he's clearly out of practice. Like he stopped doing karate.
But no, with that, to me, that actually showed that he still got it. Like he can, because it wasn't the best fight choreography, but it showed it was some clear.
Because the point of it was to show that he's rusty.
But actually, to me, I thought it was to show that he still had it. That he wasn't rusty.
No, he still had it, but like his body wasn't in it. Like that's what, like when he did that first kick, like he almost pulled something.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah. I just noticed
so like
that.
The whole point of that fight is to show you he still got it.
Oh, he did kind of like
yeah.
But see, okay, that's because he ain't practicing. Shit. But my whole thing is that to me don't make sense. That if he was only good at that one thing, why he didn't keep going with it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't really give me a good reason.
And I'm hoping
for me to believe
that later on they're gonna show more about why he stopped doing karate.
Yeah.
Because I imagine it's like some mix of the trauma of the
which makes sense. Would you go ahead and say
the trauma of first of all losing the way he did,
getting
punked out by his sensei the way he did, getting choked out by his sensei.
So that could be the reason why he ain't pursuing it.
And
just because he
probably
lost.
the fallout of all of those illegal moves.
No. Well, no, he didn't do that many. He wasn't like the dude on Karate Kid 3. That was something else. Now,
he did intentionally try to fuck up old boys.
Right. Where he was doing illegal moves, just this is where the pain starts. And he's like, you get a point, then you lose a point. Just keep the pain going.
But I'm sure some all that just happened. It's like he just couldn't do it no more.
Right. And I could get that. You feel like, one thing I'm good at and I lost. And some people, you see a lot of professional fighters will stop fighting after one loss, even though they could continue to fight.
Right.
Just because they just, their mind ain't in it no more.
That and so many of them, once they lose that first fight, they can't seem to win again.
Right.
So.
They can't get over that loss.
Yeah.
So I give them that,
like Rousey did.
Yeah.
But there's always WWE.
But no, it's a good series, and I'm gonna watch the whole thing, and I'm gonna give you a whole series review.
Yeah, for sure. If y'all ain't seen it yet, the first 2 episodes are free, even if you don't have YouTube Red. So if you can,
I guarantee when you see those first 2, though, you're gonna want to see the rest. Though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Be prepared.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up. That is our review discussion on Cobra Kai episode 1. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good show. Can't wait to see the rest of it.
Definitely.
All right, y'all. We gonna probably be out here.